Hey, y'all got more questions that's come in, and we're going to try to answer them as always. First question is, why do so many restaurants have Elvis burgers,
Elvis.
with bacon, banana, and peanut butter? Did he eat that too? The way I'm understanding the question is burgers with bacon and peanut butter. I don't know. In my opinion, I've never seen them. Maybe there are. And y'all,
He didn't eat all that crap together.
No.
He,
not that I know of.
No,
No.
I
Yeah,
never-
he
I
ate
never
peanut
saw
butter
that.
and banana, bacon sandwich, BLTs.
Yeah,
hamburgers,
bacon
stuff
and
like
mustard, bacon and mustard sandwiches, peanut butter and banana fried sandwiches. But I never knew of him to eat all that mixed together. I mean, yeah.
that. No.
He would eat,
He was ticky about his food.
yeah, he would eat, now, one of his favorites in the younger years and all was hamburgers. He would have a hamburger, but he would have a pound of bacon fried crisp. Then he would put the bacon on the hamburger,
A bacon burger.
the bacon burger, right?
Yeah.
And he really liked that.
Or, as I might call it soon, a chops burger.
Chops burger, it could be.
Yeah.
That's your pig. isn't it?
That's
my
his
buddy.
pig.
That's my buddy.
And we're gonna have some chops burgers. if I
Too, he
get a
would
chance.
eat sliced potatoes, and it would be, about so thick, a quarter-inch thick,
And
and
there had to be a certain
certain size round. He
Size
liked them at
round.
a certain biscuit size. Yeah, most of the time it was
How big round?
biscuits
bacon.
and bacon and taters.
Yeah.
That's
Taters.
Southern, yeah, that's southern.
That's southern.
Potatoes.
That's southern.
That's
Taters.
southern for
Yeah.
Give me a
potato.
tater.
Potato,
southern for
potato
potato.
and bacon.
We say
biscuit.
taters and
Taters and naters.
We'll call the whole
We
thing
don't.
off.
They do.
We'll say more proper.
All right, number two
Potatoes.
question. Was there a reason that Elvis always wore long sleeves?
He had to cover up his arms.
Yeah. He didn't like short sleeves.
He didn't like short sleeves. That's
He
actually
did
the
not
reason.
like short sleeves. Once in a while, you might see a picture of him in a short sleeve.
Horse
but
Pucky.
He didn't
wore
like short sleeves.
Short sleeves. He liked short sleeves.
did
Well,
not.
yeah, sure he did. Look how many pictures taken with short sleeves.
He liked short people.
Undoubtedly, he kept me around.
I never saw him in short
Me and
sleeves.
Billy Barty and
and Charlie.
Charlie
and
Dean.
Charlie, yeah. Speaking of that, one day we're going to do a video talking about Charlie and
Short people
and
ain't
all the
got
guys,
nobody.
George Klein and Al Strata, gosh, all of them, and
Yes, we are.
just, well, yeah.
Get
You know
around
what
to
we're
that.
saying,
That'd
we'll,
be
we'll cover them all.
all good guys.
All good guys.
All good guys.
But
I mean,
I
boy,
guess
yeah.
to answer the question, really, I mean, just like anybody else, he
Preferred.
preferred
Long
preferred
sleeve.
long sleeves.
long sleeve shirts better than he did short sleeve. Would that not
Yeah.
be?
That's what I would think. We never ask him.
Well,
Right.
Daddy's over there. I don't
Well,
know if
now,
he is
you
thinking.
know,
He's looking with that blank look on his face.
I got old timers.
Old timers.
Whatever.
Yeah. He
It's like with the high collars. It wasn't to be cool. It's because he didn't like his
the hell
neck.
it wasn't. He was as
He,
cool as
he
you
was
could get.
cool. He was cool, but he didn't like his neck to show. He did. He
thought
had
he was
this
cool.
thing about it. His neck. He didn't like it, so he turned his collar up. And
They called him Mr. Cool and me Cool Breeze.
Hey, there you go.
That's in the wintertime when we went
Yeah,
out.
right.
What's the
I
next
just
one?
think he didn't like like short sleeves.
It could possibly. I hope we've answered it the best we could. Number three question is, how come Elvis never did the talk show circuits?
Colonel Parker.
That's it.
Colonel Parker.
It's
And
called.
Is that your final answer? Ding ding.
yeah,
ding.
control. I don't think Colonel wanted him to be
No.
out in the public that much.
No,
he,
not
he
like that.
kept him, you know,
Pinned up.
secluded, and
Yeah,
he
pinned
didn't.
up, yeah.
He didn't feel
No.
that they paid enough to do. If it didn't make
To
money,
be honest with you, I really don't know. I don't think he wanted to, and I don't think Colonel wanted him to.
I don't think
guess
Colonel
that's
wanted
the
him
best I
to
can answer
either.
that,
Right. Okay, and this last question, and I think we'll all have our own opinion on this. But how come Elvis never did the talk show circuits?
That's called.
Colonel Parker. Yes, we are. Okay, and this last question, and I think we'll all have our own opinion on this. But how come Elvis never did the talk show circuits? answer to.
You can go first.
But what was
Thank
the
you. Oh,
what was the most important lesson you learned from Elvis?
Do you know?
Did he wait?
I can't remember where or when.
I can.
Uh, I
Question
don't know. I
was,
learned so many lessons from him, as a kid.
I don't know if it's a lesson.
Being older than me and all that, I learned a lot of things from him. I hope all that I learned was as good as the things he usually.
Well, to this day, we still, without even realizing, pattern ourselves toward the things that he did and the things that
Yeah.
we did when we were around him. But I know one thing, and I always heard him, and he always said this. He always said, don't think that you know everything in the world. Don't think that you're smarter or better or than anybody, because if you have the best education in the world, if you graduated from the best college in the world, does not mean that you're better or smarter than anybody. If you're way up on the ladder or if you're poor, doesn't mean that that they're any better. The thing he said is there is always something that somebody knows that you don't know. So don't think you're better or smarter or get more privileges because, you think you're all that. Just,
He would.
and he believed that, and he was that way. He never looked down on anybody, like he said, because of the way they dress, because of the way they speak, or anything else. They know something that you don't know.
Right.
An executive may know how to do certain things, but a guy at a service station knows how to take the gas cap off of a gas tank or look under the hood where the executive wouldn't have any idea. A farmer knows more than an executive knows about farming, and it takes all of us, not just one. It takes all of us.
He had a saying.
let me simplify.
He had a saying. Don't knock them.
Don't knock 'em.
Someday you may be working for 'em.
Right? Don't. That's exactly right.
Let me simplify that real quick. Just because you have an education, don't make you smarter. I know a lot of people has a driver license and they still can't drive.
I do too.
For me, that's
Well, that's it.
I
It's hurt
believe
my
in
feelings.
that, but I actually the respect, and I like Mom said, I don't know if it's a lesson or what, but I guess that's the way we grew up and the way we still are today, and probably if it was a lesson or whatever that he taught or showed us was family bond and love.
Yeah.
That'll always be through. I mean, like I said, from him and Daddy, and then with us, and then growing up, that was just things, and not, like I said, not just totally a lesson from him. That's the way Daddy always was too, and it was family, the bond, and it goes with what Mama said, and he had so many friends, and all of them were like family, and it was respect, and you just didn't. You didn't throw somebody out for no
Yeah,
reason.
you didn't
Does that make sense of what I feel?
Yeah, what he
Yeah,
said.
I'll pay y'all after the.
Yeah,
But,
saying that,
but that's how he was. He just, I mean,
Right.
he was Elvis Presley, and that, I mean, that says a lot. But the way he thought of other people, and he never. I can remember going to car lots and going places with him, and he would look, and he was always very polite and courteous, and he would say yes sir and no sir, and that's just the way he was. He didn't ever actually he never intended or anything to hurt anybody's feelings or any like that. That's just
Not to say that,
that
he
was
could.
yeah, he could.
I mean, just.
He could, and he did.
And he did. If things got to him,
But I'm just saying, because he was Elvis, he never thought he was better than anybody.
No, I was just waiting and going to see. Not that it matters because we
don't really care about Joey.
we're running out of time here, but Joey probably had a thought or two. Not that it matters.
Well, I mean, that was blowed all.
Okay, Joey.
Oh, okay. We're gonna
No.
edit this part
No, go
because
ahead.
Joey out. I don't know. I don't know if it was a lesson or more of just an impression of what I actually. I mean, looking at how he lived his life and the impression or the imprint is believe in something and stick with it. You know, and by what I remember of him and his laugh, man, don't take life so serious. Man, have fun and joke and you know, and cut up and have fun.
And we did a lot of that.
Yeah.
Still do.
We still do.
You're right,
Yeah.
Joey, because, you know, he could have been entirely different because of what he, you know,
The money never
of
changed.
his
him, yeah.
success, but
Right.
he was not. He,
And that's what we're all saying. Even though he was Elvis Presley, and the flash and the image, I guess, if you want to say, but he,
Like you said, the image was one
to
thing,
me,
the
and this is
person's
me, he
another.
never seemed or tried to act like he was bigger or better than anybody. He was crazy and just down to earth and having fun and doing just whatever struck his mind, and that's the way we was always brought up and the way we still are today, you know. So I guess
that's
that
why
would
it
be,
was so easy to talk to him and why
You had to be there.
why we loved him so much, and he tried to make everybody comfortable around him and at ease.
Well, that's
Now,
it.
if he was mad,
That's it.
Now, if he
This,
was
this
mad-
has been the biggest crocker.
Well, I mean, just because he fired you a few times, I mean,
Hey,
he
look,
wanted
I
you.
was fired.
he
hired so
fired
many
you
times,
easy.
I thought it was a daily thing.
that was one of my fondest memories. when he
You can
fired
be fired quick. That's one of your fondest lessons.
Well, I was fired and hired in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
but you know what? We'll save that for another video.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But and you wonder why?
We
We always live Elvis.